Day 8 in the Big Brother house. Today we're going to be continuing our 1000 elo climb. This is day 8. If you're new here, you're not going to be learning a great deal. I love chess. I'm addicted. I suck. I want to get better. That's the short version. We're going to continue with 30-minute rapids, and our elo is currently sat at 552. We did win our last game. It was a game I'm proud of, to be fair. Can't lie. So we're going to hopefully continue with the winning streak. Without further ado, let's just get straight into this. Again, we're going to be doing what we did last time, where... God damn. Fluffy-ass Barney, yo. Taking the knights out of the game as much as possible and trying to put our own knights on central outposts. That is the tactics we're sort of going for today again. It worked last time. Let's see if we can make it work this time. Right, let's go. Okay. Oh, so our opponent straight away is 599 elo. We're white. Gordon Bennett. Harry Potter. Right. So basically, what I'm going to do is decide what way I want to castle first. Because if I'm going to take that straight away, there's no pawn on this file. And if I castle this way, is that going to be a problem? Am I overthinking it? Is it too early in the game? Do I just hop me knight out, put pressure on his pawn on d5, at the same time protecting my own pawn on e4? And if he does take the pawn, then I will be in the right position to take it out. I think I'm going to do that. Try not to think about it too much too early. Okay. So straight away, he's threatening my queen. The thing is, if I take that bishop, there's nothing back in it. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. What he might be thinking is, I take the bishop, he comes down, puts pressure on my knight. Big whoopie-doo, Basil, I'm taking that bishop. He might offer up a sacrifice straight away. Question is why? Why is he doing all that? I'm a bishop up. Right now, if I play my cards right, but I should be able to win. But I'm not that good. What's the next option? Next option would be push my bishop out, pinning his queen to his king so he can't take me. Then my knight also protects my bishop if he takes with his queen, and then I can take his queen nice and early out the game. He could also just drop the pawn, I suppose. In which case, I lose my bishop. Potentially rushed into that one. If I was him, I'd just drop that pawn. But hopefully he's dumb and just takes with his queen. God diggity damn. Goodbye, friends of Hagrid. So now I'm thinking Oh, hop straight in. That's another pin. Take his rook. Sorry, a fork, not a pin. Goodbye, friends of Hagrid. And now just swoop straight up with the queen. And that's checkmate, baby. Oh, hang on a minute. I'm on white. Getting ahead of myself. Thought I was on blue. What else could I do? I could hop my knight out now. Oh, no, I can't. Hang on a minute. If I just push across 1 to F4, he pushes across 1 with his king. Then I could swoop in. And then that would be checkmate. Because he won't be able to take my queen. Because my knight covers it. But then would he be able to take... No, then he wouldn't be able to take my knight either, would he? I don't know how that would work. Let's try it. Accept a draw. Look, check this, guys. Small cam. Look what he's just offered me. What we gonna say? Hell nah, mother sucker. Just mania. So I'm thinking go straight in with the queen. That's checkmate. Boom. God diggity damn. Well, that was easy. I can't lie. Game review.
You found a way to pin the queen to the king.
Are we all in agreement? That was a great move. How's that only best? That was great, Harry Potter.
You get a chance to checkmate the king.
Can't believe you took with that. Idiot.
You overlooked an opportunity to checkmate the king.
All right. Okay.
You get a chance to checkmate the king.
So I went a long way round.
You overlooked their moves. Nice way to win material. That was the... You captured that free rook. That's... You are threat... You are not... Congrats on your win.
How was he a 550 or whatever he was? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I feel like it's time for another one right about now. What are you guys saying? Hit the like button for that win, yo! Right. Okay. Play. 30-minute rapid. Start the game. Okay, what's happened there then? Is it because of that? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so he's pushed his king's pawn out. We're going to match him. Are we still doing this? I'm going to punish this Sansa Stark now. I am going to punish her for trying to make a mockery of moi. At what point do we stop with the shenanigans? So what I'd like to do realistically is hop my knight in. Oh no, sorry. That isn't what I want to do. Take that back. Hop my knight in. And then... Can't do that now because the queen will be back in it. Okay. So what we want to do is continue developing now because he's wasted time. We're up with the momentum. So now I'm thinking maybe just push our pawn forward on d6. Oh, but then we're blocking our bishop in, so do we want to get our bishop out first? Is there a way of still punishing this queen, actually? If I bring my bishop out... and then my knight? sake. Every time I'm playing chess, someone rings me. One sec. God damn. Can't catch a break round here. But in the midst of that, while I was on the phone, I was just looking. If I hop my knight into d4, that puts pressure on the queen again. And then, unless the queen moves to d3, if she moves anywhere else, like let's just say she goes back or whatever, or maybe not that one. Moral of the story, I could hop in with my knight straight onto c2. I'm going to do that. Pressure on the queen. Protection. And then he has to move the queen. Hopefully, I mean, he'll probably go there or there. But if he doesn't... Yeah, okay, so he's gone there. That's fine. Isn't the way... I'm sure there's a way of checkmating right now. If I bring my knight out... Hang on a minute. If I bring my second knight in... How... Okay. Okay. If I push my pawn forwards, encouraging him to take it, but I've actually freed my bishop. I bring my bishop out to g4. Applying pressure to the queen. The king can't drop down. So the queen might take. And if the queen takes, old four-legged friend gets involved. Good night, Viennetta. There is another option. And then the other option would be, so I push, encouraging him to take. I bring the bishop out, putting pressure on the queen. The queen can either take, if she takes back, four-legged friend gets involved. The king can't drop one, because the other four-legged friend is involved. If his four-legged friend jumps in, I will take with that four-legged friend. Then his queen will be exposed again by my bishop. And if his queen does take, then my four-legged friend will take. So I feel like we might be able to win his queen right now. As long as he takes the bait. Pardon me. And he probably will, because he tried to screw the pooch on the initial opener. But then he might not. At the same time, even in this brief little battle, okay, so he's not taking it. He's moved out the way, though, so it's still on. So now, pressure on the queen. He could take, I could take back. He can't drop because... I did not see that one, Harry Potter. I did not see that one. Okay. Do I drop back and cut my losses? Because he's got two attackers on this pawn right now. I've got 1, 2 defenders. He's got 2 attackers. If I drop my bishop back, that adds a third defender. Cut the losses up here. At the same time, the best form of a defense is attack. Is there anything I can do? See, if I was to take... Okay, hang on a minute. Take. 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 Nah. Doesn't work for me, that. Is there anything this bishop can do? Is there anything the knight can do? Knight could take. No. I think I'm just going to continue playing it safe. Chase the queen away. Didn't do any damage at all. Thought I knew something about something. Turns out I know nothing about nothing. So now my knight, his pawn structure's not the greatest. Is there any outposts at the moment? No. I don't like the idea of just retreating. I think I'm just going to swap, you know. Piece for a piece. He's probably going to take. Doesn't really do nothing. Let's just piece for a piece. Okay, now he's messing up his pawn structure. He has released his rook, though. His rookie Marciano. Okay. Take, take, take. Control the center. We'll go with that. Realistically, I want to control the center, but I also want to develop my pieces, because he hasn't got anything developed. Literally. So do I just accept that pawn loss and bring my last piece out? But I can't. I could take it to there, but and then that will be sort of controlling that file. But then he's only got to drop that pawn, and then I've got to move again. Whereas if I just bring my bishop to d6, there's no immediate threat, and I maintain tempo. Get my last queen out. Castle this way, because I've got the 3 pawns, and go from there. Let's do that. Who do we think we are, you know what I mean? Yep, nothing. Queen out, castle. Let's get straight into this attack. We're playing a 6-2-8 though, and we're 5-7-4, so apparently no mugs. I'll be back in 1 sec. Because apparently I'm not allowed to just, you know, relax for 10 minutes. Okay, so what did he do? Let's just go back quickly. Bring this knight into the game. Okay. So this is what we're talking about. We need to prevent him now from hopping into G5. He's not going to take there, because I can just take him. So best way to do that, push this pawn to H6, preventing his knight from coming in, because I can just take. Sounds like a plan, because we're castling this way anyway. So we'll do that first for the prevention. Okay. Nice little check there. But all he's got to do is drop his old pawn. I say at this point, let's just get the castle in. And that's our pieces developed. Rooks facing each other. Castle done. He's hopping backwards. I feel like I've got him shook. Okay. So now we move in for the kill, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so what's he done? He's got his rook facing my knight. If I move my knight, his queen can take. I can't move my knight that way because his pawn can take. Knight's on the rim. A grim. Queen can take. So right now, his rook can take my knight, but I can also take him back. So can't move my queen. Not just yet. I could bring my bishop out to g4, applying pressure on his queen, which is backed by my knight. I think I like that. Start putting some pressure on this sucker. Cheers, guys. Okay. So that's eliminated the rook, which means now I can move my knight, or my queen, sorry. Can I get my queen into a better position? Do I start pushing these? I could push this pawn forward. No, I can't, because that pawn is preventing the knight from hopping in. Could start moving this pawn forward. I could throw a check in, just for the sake of it. Also releasing my rook. Okay. If I bring my bishop out, he pushes with this pawn. I take. He takes. I take. It's a potential. It's a little bit hope, but it's basically we need to break this chain regardless of what happens. So, bishop backed by my queen. It would be nice if he dropped this pawn, which he might do because he might be so naive like me, like we all need to fight for the center. And if he does do that, it's bishop, pawn, pawn. He could take with that pawn at that point. But if he takes with his knight for stupidity, I could take with me his queen with me bishop. Let's just force him to do something with that. Oh yeah, that was right, because I put him in check, didn't I? Okay. So now dare I drop him back, push the queen up, and just go for the... Oh no, because it's knight. I basically want to try and get this pawn gone, so that my rook can take this queen. Easier said than done, Potter. Alright, how do I breach this? Let's just get my rook involved. Okay. I'm thinking drop one back. Protection. See if he does anything else with these. What did he just take there? The pawn that was preventing the jump. So now we can get the jump in. I could prevent that by putting pressure on his bishop. And if he was to jump in, what's he really... Not a lot. So now I've sort of forced him to move again. And now he's just freed my rook up. So thanks for that, Potter. How can I capitalise with that? Think. If I was to sacrifice my bishop, let's say, he drops I come up, and all we've done is eliminate this pawn, but then he's got this protection. That's not good enough. What else could we do? I could start initiating getting my queen on the white. And then, yeah. But he could jump in still. This is the problem now. But if he can't jump in, actually, because my bishop's pinning his queen. What am I on about? And if he does... Okay. He's opening the file. Sweet. No! I didn't... Didn't do that. Now he's going to take. Feels like deja vu. Feels like deja vu. Can't believe it, Jeff. What I was going to suggest is take that, sacrifice the bishop. He takes, queen comes in, and then he's got to move his king. Did he? Wow. He takes, I take, check. Checkmate. God damn! What? Who's saying what now? Who's saying what now? Okay? Alright. It weren't great. But it weren't bad. I mean, was I doing anything wrong? Let's find out. Quick game review. What did I play? I don't feel like I played amazing. I can't lie. 62.9. 3 misses. 2 mistakes. 1 great move.
Opening with the king's pawn. Good job. They, this, nice. Yeah. Develop. They chose opposite. They overlook your pawn. You left your bishop vulnerable.
Wait.
You missed an opportunity. They've made a mistake, and their queen is now lost. They missed a chance to eventually win a bishop.
So I push my queen forward now, and it says it's a mistake, but that's the same move that led to the win.
You missed an opportunity to tactically win a queen.
How?
You saw your chance for the win with a nice tactic, and you took it.
What did I just press? I don't know how to work this.
They've made a mistake, and their queen is now lost. They missed a chance to eventually win a bishop.
How? I don't understand. Really don't.
You did it. Nice checkmate.
Anyway, I will learn how to use this software without you having to watch me, just so I can do better reviews at the end of games. But yeah. So, our current ELO, guys, is now 596. We're approaching the 600 ELO. Nice little 2 victories there. And we're going to continue with day 9. Might even do it right now. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment. And I'll see you on the next one.